Previously on Spenelli Speaks. Today's review, it was pretty clear. Everybody wanted Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. Hi everyone, Danny here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another review in my 31 days of book reviews, and I am super thrilled to continue to have you interact in picking those books each day. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video to find out what tomorrow's picks will be that you can vote on to see me review. Now, today you all selected The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George, which I actually buddy read with Janelle over at Too Fond of Books. Now, this is actually a translated work, which we had no idea when we picked it up, and we both were pleasantly surprised because I think for us, it's always fun to find those translated works and read them because there's not a lot out there unless you really look for them, and this one just kind of fell into our laps, so we were pretty excited about that. So what this book is about is a man who is really dealing with a lot of grief. He was dating this woman, and he felt that she was the love of his life, and one day she just up and left, just left a note and left. So he's basically been stewing on this for 20 years. And he owns a little bookshop that's on a boat that he has docked outside of his apartment, and he sells books. And the thing with him is he's kind of like almost like a pharmacist for books, where he can tell what kind of book a person really needs in certain areas of their life. He meets this young man named Max, who's also an author, who's going through a lot of difficulty in his own life. He recently published a book and it was a huge success, but he doesn't feel like he's really hit a true success in his own life. So these two, through really weird circumstances, end up undocking the library boat and just take off on the scene. And it's really goofy because this book is, I think, technically in the early 2000s, and the fact that like they forget their phones, they don't have their wallets, they can't get to a bank, they can't it just, the technology piece was really missing, and truly in that time period it should have been more prevalent. So that piece for Janelle and I was kind of like a little bit goofy because we're like, well, they could have walked into any, and then it all didn't make sense as far as the technology side. Like, they should have been able to have more access to cash and to technology, like their phones and stuff. So that was a little odd. But nonetheless, the book was very good as far as feeling like you're on a journey with this man. And like I said, he was dealing with grief. So it really, when it comes down to it and you get to the end of the book, you really realize that this is a journey through grief and how to deal with loss and how to love again and how to accept things that may not be the best, but to figure out how to move on from that. So I feel like this is like a slow burn kind of book. And there's a lot of great qualities to it. We see a lot of building of friendships. We see a lot of growth in character. We see a lot of goofy people on the way, which are really fascinating. And you really kind of get this really picturesque view of the French countryside. And so it's one of those books that I would, want to take outside and read in nature. And it was swell. It was swell, everyone. It was swell. So if you're interested in reading something that has like a bookish element. I know a lot of us like to read books about books or about bookshops and that kind of thing. This is definitely a read that you should pick up, and definitely read it slowly. Don't like power through it. Just really enjoy every page. And I think you'll find that when you walk away from it, you'll really think about it for days after. I think about it often because there are so many elements that make me think about really appreciating moments, appreciating settings, appreciating people. So it's really lovely, and there is a little bit of a love element in it, and it's just really, really a beautiful moment. So definitely recommend if you're interested in a slow burn and a little bit of something different. So as promised, we have our selections for tomorrow, and one of them you've already seen as a potential selection, so I'm going to bring it on back and see if you want to see it again tomorrow. And that is Gabriel Garcia Marquez's Love in the Time of Cholera. So if you're interested in me reviewing this tomorrow, go ahead and vote on Gabriel Garcia Marquez's Love in the Time of Cholera. Or you can select a different read, which is The Night Tiger by Yangsze Choo. I'm really excited to show you this one. Anywho, so you have the option of The Night Tiger or Love in the Time of Cholera. Go ahead and put your comments below and vote on your most interested review, and I'll make sure I get that out to you tomorrow. Well, until next time, I hope you are reading something great, taking care, and staying safe. And as always, you know how it goes. Happy reading. Bye.